What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Today I take you along with me to Vancouver for a quick 3-day trip to show off our spring collection. Let's get into it. So like I normally do, we take the first plane out of Pearson to Vancouver. Generally I'll land at like 9:30, which is a great time because by the time I get my rental car, grab a bite to eat, then we'll be ready for everybody opening up their opticals. So I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm actually the rental car upgrade king. For whatever reason, I always get upgraded. I always rent a very small car and I end up with a large sedan, or I will rent a small SUV, and in this case they upgraded me to the large Jeep, which was really nice, minus the cost of the gas. The cost of gas in Vancouver is ridiculous. I don't know how you guys do it, which could also explain why there's so many Teslas. So first things first, we stopped by a restaurant to get some brothy soup. For whatever reason, I feel like whenever I get off a plane, I always have to have a soup. It doesn't matter if it's the summer, winter, spring, or fall. Any time of the year, a good soup is always good for me. So one thing that I do when I'm eating a soup with my chopsticks is I twirl it on my spoon. Almost every time I get asked if I want a fork. I know how to use chopsticks, I just choose to use my chopsticks like this, alright? Calm down. Anyways, the weather was so nice, I had the sunroof and the windows open basically the whole time I was there. And this time around I did a lot of driving. We hit up Surrey, Burnaby, North Vancouver, which I don't normally do. I actually went to go meet Marin from Spectacle Eyeworks because we have a project in the works. Stay tuned for that. That one's going to be a really interesting one. So I was in Richmond and I found this little gem of a coffee shop called RKI Coffee Lab. It's a one-man show. He has a small roaster in there and he brews everything there as well. It was really interesting. The thing that I loved about it was he nerded out on his craft. Every small little detail, like watch this. He counts the beans, he's getting it perfect, and then he takes out one at a time so that he can clean out the grinder before he puts the beans through the grinders. How legit is that? And then after grinding it, he passes it over so that I can smell it. Smelled great. I told him that I wanted a lighter roast because I wanted something a little bit more floral. And so he's doing the hand pour right now, but he's doing it with a little bit more flow than I think he would normally do, just so that it has a little bit more brightness to the flavor.
Yes, to go cup. I'm gonna be outside.
So after he passes me the coffee, I go outside onto their little patio and I enjoy it. It was really good. It was nice and bright and it was really flavorful. Richmond is right outside of the airport, so from Richmond to the airport it only usually takes about 5-10 minutes, so it was perfect timing. We head back to the airport, get our luggage bags, go through security. Of course we get stopped at TSA again because they love to stop me every time I go through, but it is what it is. They seem to think that my Nexus card has nothing to do with anything because I get no priority whatsoever. But it is what it is. Generally, I'll take the last flight, or close to the last flight that I can out of Vancouver, which is perfect timing. Why bother with Nexus if you're gonna get stuck in TSA every time? If I'd make a 3-day trip, on the first day I will leave on the first flight out to Vancouver, which gives me 1 full day. Then I get my second day, which is a full day. My third day, generally by 3 o'clock or so, I head to the airport for a 5 or 6 o'clock flight. Most places don't want to see me after 3 o'clock anyhow, so the scheduling works out perfectly. One of my favorite things about flying is when you're flying over the city and you can see the whole city. So right there we just saw downtown Vancouver. Here it's Burnaby, but being able to kind of see it as if you're seeing it on a map is awesome. And being from Ontario, we never see mountains, so going over the mountains is also pretty great. Here we're flying back over Toronto, back home. Thank you again for watching another one, you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.